For me, self-belief is the most important thing for a person to
Mhm.
do anything in their life. So I
Mhm.
do a realistic evaluation. I listen to a lot of things, but I
Mhm.
don't necessarily follow all the things. I have no numbers in mind. I want to play to the best of my ability till the longest period of time. I always played the sport because I really loved the sport, and I never really played the sport for fame and for adulation and for attention. A lot of the things you
Mhm.
can't control. So what you can control is your own mind. So I try to
Absolutely.
focus on the things that I can control. If I'm able to put my mind in the right frame of mind and right aspect, that gives myself the best chance to
Mhm.
perform.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to SGTV. I'm your host, Paras Anand, and today we have a very special guest. We have a champion fast bowler with the heart of a lion. Welcome, Jasprit, on the show.
Thank you.
Thank you for your time. And we would want to start with understanding. As a kid, you have a dream to play for the country, and the journey from starting the sport to reaching the level where you have reached. There must have been some special moments. So if you could just talk about those special moments which you'll never forget.
When you start playing as a young kid, you always want to, give your best, play at the highest level. And I was like any other youngster, playing in the streets, playing wherever I could with my friends. And yeah, that was a dream where I wanted to play for the country. I used to visualize as a kid that, oh, I'm playing for the country, even if I was playing with my school friends or friends living in my same society. So yeah, all of these things are a memory, and this is the reason that you start to play the sport, and then slowly you come into professional cricket. You learn a lot about
Mhm.
cricket, and then slowly small barriers, you cross. You start to play your under 19s, and then Ranji Trophy, and then you reach the highest level. So all of these moments, when you go through it, all of them have a special place, and all of them have special memories. So all of these memories are very close to my heart, and I always keep that in mind and try to move forward.
Brilliant. Okay, so we've India as a country has been known for world champion batsmen, for spinners. So you became a fast bowler, and I'm sure while you were growing up, there would have been somebody who would have inspired you. So who was the inspiration, to pick fast bowling as as your choice of?
Yeah, for me, when I was a young kid, I was never really fascinated by watching batsmen, or never really fascinated by watching a lot of high scoring games. I was always a kid who was, intrigued to watch low scoring games, who was always interested in watching fast bowling or bowling oriented matches, because that used to excite me a lot more. There's not a
Mhm,
particular person that I used to look up to, that this is the person I want to emulate. But
mhm,
I always used to look up to fast bowlers, whoever is doing well, or whatever is going on. The team has good fast bowlers. Always used to look into the television, because a lot of my cricket is self-taught. So
mhm.
regarding that, I thought I used to watch it on the television and try to replicate it. When I'm playing with the tennis ball or with the rubber ball with my friends.
And as a sports person, now who's playing the top level, and while you were playing in your younger days, how important was self belief? That like you said, you mentioned, you were imagining you're playing at international level. So how much did that help you, other than the hard work and the right kind of coaching? So how much was self belief do you feel important in this entire journey?
For me, as a sports person, everything is about self-belief, because when I started playing the sport, as I told you, a lot of cricket was self-taught. So I did not go to a lot of coaching camps or a lot of coaches. I went through the grind, and
Mhm.
me being a fast bowler with a different action, there are always a lot of doubts that this guy has a different action, this might work or not. And in this
Mhm.
day and age, self-belief is the only thing that would, take you wherever you
Mhm.
want in your life, because there always be questions, there always be doubts. With the social
Mhm.
media generation as well, there are a lot of things going around. So if you
Mhm.
don't believe in yourself, there are a lot of questions going around, a lot of white noise going around. So if you don't have that faith, nobody would be able to help you. So for me, self belief is the most important thing for a person
Mhm.
to do anything in their life. So I hold it in high regard all the time, and I
Mhm.
always believe that I back myself in any situation. So be it any difficult situation, I'll always back myself that okay, even if today
Mhm.
did go well or it did go well, I will always
Mhm.
back myself that I will come out on top and I'll give myself the best chance.
And from the time when you came into the IPL scene, and to the time where you're the leading fast bowler for the country, uh, I'm sure you have played under several coaches. Your IPL coach and then Indian coaches. So, did anybody talk about changing anything, or it was the action that you have now, the way you ball, your run up, your the way you extend your arm, has it remained the same? Did anybody try to change it?
So once I came into the IPL side, or I played for Ranji Trophy, I played at the highest level. So back at that time, it's very difficult to change, but not really many people have told me to change my action. And even if they have, I've not really listened to anyone because I believe that how I want to carry my career, I should be responsible. So I
Mhm.
do a realistic evaluation. I listen to a lot of things, but I
Mhm.
don't necessarily follow all the things. I try to filter it out what works, what doesn't work. But
Mhm.
I always believe that you have to have your own method to the madness,
Yes.
because if your technique and you are the person who is accountable for your actions, and your
Yeah.
you're playing a sport and your outcome should be dependent on you. So this is what I always believe in. Not many people have tried to change me, but yes,
Uh-huh.
one or two guidances and the experience that the coaches have to offer, I try to listen
Mhm.
to that.
And we've seen a lot of kids emulate your style. And I'm sure you would have seen there are some teammates who've we've seen videos where Virat Kohli's got he's emulating you. So how do you feel when people are talking about it? So does it make you feel proud? Does it make you feel that it's something that shouldn't be discussed as much?
As a youngster, I used to copy a lot of players. I used to look at players and I used to try to emulate them. When now I've become a international cricket player, so now kids try to do that. It's always a good feeling. I always look at kids, and because
Mhm.
their choices are very honest, they have no bars in their head or
Mhm.
no
Mhm.
inhibitions that I should do this or that, and they see whatever they see they like, they try to emulate. So I really feel happy when kids try to do that. And
Uh-huh.
yeah, at the end of the day, they start like this, and every individual will find its own technique. So it's a nice feeling sometimes to watch them try to emulate my style of bowling.
Yeah. And I think it's very important. Now we have fast bowlers, and the quality of fast bowlers that India has, we've never had. And we have the world talking about it. All the experts from various countries, they talk about our fast bowling. And if you just go back 10, 15 years ago, we had world class bowlers, but now we have the top level fast bowlers in the world. And this has changed in the last 10 to 15 years. So, according to you, what is one reason that has brought about this change? That suddenly, from just being a country producing champion spin bowlers, now we have so many fast bowlers to choose from.
For us as a fast bowling unit, we
Uh-huh.
don't really listen to the world if the world is liking us or not. We,
Okay.
as a unit, wanted to become better, and we wanted
Mhm.
to contribute towards the team's success. That was our goal moving forward, because we had realized during that phase from 2018 we were going to play a lot of away tours. So the role of
Mhm.
fast bowlers become a lot more than the spinners when you play in
Mhm.
foreign conditions. So all of these things were kept in mind, and everybody was getting fitter with time as well, working hard
Mhm.
towards a goal that everybody wanted
Mhm.
to achieve. So we were
Uh-huh.
focused on that, and then everybody got fitter. Everybody is a close unit. Everybody um, has a lot of communication going on between them. We have a lot of chat between the game as well, that this is the kind of wicket. So all of these factors, I think, contribute towards the success. And once you get a bit of success, the confidence also goes up. So all of these
Yes.
factors, I think, uh, helped us and helped us to keep going forward.
And now if we compare the white ball cricket with the red ball cricket, test matches are actual tests for cricketers. That's what people talk about. So when you compare, that or when you have to choose, not compare, when you have to choose between white ball and red ball cricket, is there a different way you prepare yourself for an important series, whether it is an ICC World Championship or whether it is a Test Ball Championship? So, is there a different way that you prepare, or preparation is just pretty consistent for important
This is
events?
different. It's everybody has their own techniques, so it's different
Mhm,
for different formats, but it's not like you change the whole basics because it's just cricket, isn't it? You have to bowl in test matches and you have to bowl in white ball cricket. Yes, the type of deliveries change, but the mental preparation is almost the same. Yes, for test matches it's
mhm,
the attention span and the concentration level is for a longer period of time, and in white ball it's just sharp, but it's for the shortest time. So all
mhm,
of these things are there. For me, I try to keep things simple as much as possible. I try to focus on what is next and
uh-huh,
maybe not look 2, 3, 4 steps ahead. What is next?
mhm,
What am I looking at next? So I focus on that, be it
mhm,
any other match. So once that I know that this is the next match and that I'm going to play, I look at that, I focus on that. Once that is over, keep moving forward. Once what
mhm.
is gone is gone, now just focusing on one step at a time. So that helps me to be in the present mindset and to keep things clear. So that is all of those things that I try to keep in mind when I
And
prepare.
the younger generation we see, there is a lot of white ball cricket happening. We have T20 now, we have ODIs. Then there's this new format they're talking about. The 100 in UK, which is starting. So for the younger generation who have been playing so much cricket across various formats, how important would you rate Test cricket for your generation of cricketers?
See, when I was a kid, I used to follow test matches and I used to look at test matches and enjoy test matches. So for me as a child growing up, this format
Mhm.
is holds to the highest importance.
Wow.
Everybody is different in their choice. Everybody has their right to their own opinion. So uh, if youngsters like to watch and play white ball cricket, it's their choice. But for people of my generation, in the sense 90s kids, I used to
Uh-huh.
follow a lot of test cricket. So
Yes.
for me, I don't look past that. And for me, till date, right now when I play test cricket as well, I have
Mhm.
the utmost joy and the utmost importance given to that format.
And playing 100 test matches for your country, is that something which is there in your diary to tick off?
For me, it's not about the number. It's about having that impact. So if I whatever matches I'm playing, if I'm trying to give my best and playing for the country in that format, gives me a lot of joy. People might be different. Some people might want to play a particular number and want to check that list, but I'm not of that sorts. I have no numbers in mind. I want to play to the best of my ability till the longest period of time that I can.
The victory in Australia, especially the last test match at Gabba, would that be one of the most memorable series win for you? Something really special to your heart?
So for
Yeah.
me, I don't look at a particular series or a particular
Series.
event that is life changing or very memorable. Whenever you are
Mhm.
contributing towards the team or whenever India wins and you've been part
Mhm.
of that series, even if you're not playing the game, it's very
Mhm.
nice and it gives you a lot of joy. So be it playing in England, be it playing in South Africa, winning for the first time, be it the
Mhm.
first in 2018 being the first team
Mhm.
first Indian team to win a Test series. So all the moments are very special. Not one
Mhm.
particular moment, but yeah, contributing towards the team's success, uh,
Mhm.
uh, trying to make the nation proud is always a good feeling.
Okay, so there is this question I want to ask you, but I will rephrase. I know I don't want to put you in a corner. Is a batsman you really love to get out? International batsman that you really, maybe a couple of batsmen that when you get their wicket, you feel like that's a good wicket.
So for me, I don't really think about a particular batsman that I want to get out. Whenever I
Uh-huh.
play a game of cricket, I am not looking at an individual that this is the person I want to get out. I'm looking at a
Uh-huh.
situation. So I'm looking at a situation that I need to do this to
Uh-huh.
take the team forward and get them into a good situation. So that is how I take situation by situation. I don't look at the individual or the stardom or whatever they have. That this is guy is a big player or this guy has this reputation. I don't work like that. So I focus on the situations that are there and try to
Hmm.
control what I have in my hand.
And as a sports person, you have phases in life. You have those phases where you're doing well, your team is doing well, you're winning, and the momentum is there. But then, be it any sport, be it any athlete, whatever level you're playing, there are times when you're going through a low phase where you feel like the team's not performing, or you feel that you're putting in your 100%, but the result is not there. So I'm sure those phases come and go. There are injuries where you feel really low. So how do you keep yourself motivated? How do you come out of it? Like, these are difficult times. You have to get into a bio bubble, get out. So it's more of a mental. How do you prepare yourself? How do you stay focused in these situations?
For me, the main thing is, self belief plays a massive role. And in the sport
Mhm,
that we play, a lot of the things are mental more than physical. So once if you're playing at the highest level, it's more
mhm,
about mental stuff because everybody knows the basics and everybody are good at something. That is why they've reached at the highest level. So whenever
mhm,
things go right or wrong, I don't try to, waver off way too much. I try to
mhm,
focus on the present. So I do a lot of things. I focus on meditation as well because I want to stay in the present. I always look to do that because all we have is the now. So right now we can
mhm,
control the situations that are there in our hands. When you play a particular sport as a sportsman,
mhm,
there are a lot of variables that
mhm,
come into play when you perform and when you want to achieve success. So a lot of the things you
mhm.
can't control. So what you can control is your own mind. So I try to
Absolutely.
focus on the things that I can control. If I'm able to put my mind in the right frame of mind and right aspect, that
Mhm,
gives myself the best chance to
mhm,
perform. So look to do that. I try to, look for answers like that rather than
mhm,
searching for answers outside of my circle or running to a
mhm,
lot of people or looking at certain things that are not important. A lot of noise, a lot of stardom, and a lot of things
mhm,
can waver off. So I look to find answers from my own experiences and from the people I trust. So that
mhm,
is how I look at the problems, or if there's a difficult phase in your life. And as we
mhm,
spoke about self belief, that self
mhm.
belief will always take you forward and get you out of that rut. So, um, these are the things that I look to do, and I feel that is the way to go forward.
And with the success in the sport comes a lot of fame and attention, whether it is your fans, whether it is the media attention. So I'm sure by now you've gotten used to it, but when in the initial phase, when you were new to all this, was it something that was difficult to manage, or you needed somebody's guidance, or it just was natural, that okay, now I'm going to get used to the attention? So how was it for you when it was early in your
Yeah.
career?
When I started playing the sport, I always played the sport because I really loved the sport, and I never really played the sport for fame and for adulation and for attention. I
Mhm,
used to play as a child on empty
mhm,
grounds, and we used to play Ranji Trophy when nobody was watching. So it never really bothered me. So when I came
uh-huh,
to the international level, a lot of attention, a lot of expectations came up. It doesn't really matter to me because I don't play the sport for that. I play the sport because I really enjoyed it as a
mhm,
child. As a child, a young kid growing up,
mhm,
I it gives me a lot of joy and it feels like hope. So whenever I'm playing cricket, I don't
mhm,
focus on I have to play the sport to get results. I play the sport to do things right, and it feels at home. So I enjoy doing that, and I've really never really given a lot of importance to what is going on outside because when
mhm,
things go well, everybody
mhm,
praises. When things don't go well, things could
mhm.
go here and there.
Yeah.
So with with something that is not constant, I don't want to give it a lot of attention and too much power. So
Uh-huh.
I play the sport because uh, it really gives me a lot of joy. So I still try to take that notion forward and try to keep that in mind that why do you
Mhm.
start the sport and why do you play the sport?
And to play at the level, at the international level, now fitness has become very important. And we've obviously seen how much the Indian team is training. So what's your fitness mantra? How do you keep yourself motivated, and who's the the person who's actually responsible for for somebody who's a mentor for you? Because we've heard about your fitness level, you've got that six pack abs, and so what was that inspiration? Who was the
So,
mentor or the guide there?
so when I started, I always wanted to get better. As when I started my career, I've never really followed anyone. So as I told you, a lot of my cricket is self-taught. So once I came to the international level, I realized that okay, I have to get fitter and I have to move to the next level. For that, I have to get fitter. So for me, it's when you play a sport, when you play cricket or when you play any kinds of sport, it's a 24-hour process. It's not one day you play the sport, you work out and you train for 2 hours and that's it. No, it's a full lifetime process because you have to take care of your diet, you have to take care of your recovery, you have to take care of your mental space, vitamins, everything come into play. So what people see when they watch the television, it's just the main, it's the end film. But a lot of preparation, a lot of hard work goes behind. So for me, all of that is there. I try to keep things simple. I try to be disciplined. I try to, not have cheat days. I try to focus on my diet, uh, focus on working hard in the gym, running. So that keeps you in a very happy space, and that keeps your self confidence up as well. So I try to keep things simple and take things forward.
And your favorite cricket ground. If there is one ground you'd want to go back again and again, which one is that?
I enjoyed a lot in South Africa. So I'd only gone there once, but I really enjoyed bowling in Johannesburg. So that is one place where I would love to play more. And that is a place where I got my first Test fifer as well. So I would like to play there more, and I enjoyed the vibe over there. So yeah, looking forward to playing some games over there.
And if there was a stadium in India, which is your favorite, if you have to choose one in India,
I've
thought
really
about
not
it.
really given a lot of thought, but anywhere, wherever we get an opportunity, the new Motera Stadium is a new place and where we've just played one game. So I would like to play some games over there. That is my home stadium as well. So I'm looking forward to play some games over there as well.
Okay, we saw you score a 50 in Australia in one of the side games, and we could see the excitement, and the entire team was very happy to see you do that. So, are you training a bit more? Are you practicing a bit more of batting, or that was just a one-off? And
Yeah, it's like any other batsman focusing on their bowling. So it's just the same with and as a bowler focusing on batting. Yes, we want to do contribute to the best of our ability. We are working hard, but that was an occasion where the hard work paid off. So I was very happy. I was playing with Siraj. I enjoyed a bit, and yeah,
yeah,
after that you get back to work. So it was a memorable moment. You enjoy a lot of
yeah.
happiness was there, and then you move forward and you keep working hard on your game.
Okay, so we were just discussing earlier as well that you've been with SG now for this is it's been 5 years, and now this is the sixth year, and we're really glad to have you again on board, and really want to continue this relationship. So, how's your experience been? So far, been with the brand, and
For me, the experience with SG has been really good. I've never had any complaints that I could place a finger that I've had a problem or I need help and the things that whenever I've needed and I have not gotten it. So it's been very good. It's been very smooth. So I've got no complaints and I'm very happy to be associated with them and with not them with you guys. And it's wonderful and hopefully the journey continues and the support continues.
yeah, we're also very proud of our association that we have, and we look forward to probably continue to stay with you till you
Yes.
retire. So that's what our
Yes.
expectation is.
That's hopefully that's still a long way ahead.
Yeah, I'm sure you're still very young,
Yeah.
but as a brand, that's what we want to do. We want to be associated with somebody and have a long-term relationship. So thank you very much, Jasprit, for your time. It was lovely catching up, and we wish you all the best. It's an important series, and uh, our best wishes are with you. Thank you very much once again.
Thank you so much for having me here, and yeah, it was wonderful to have this conversation. Yes. Thank
Thank
you.
you very much. All the best. Take
Thank
care.
you.